Finally. Let's do this for real. Sorry it took so long. You know what these legal types are like? Yes, sir. No, sir. Here's 80 pages of needless jargon, sir. Anyway, believe it or not, this is my excited face. Come on. Let me show you what we've got. So, all the usual stuff. Merchandising, likeness, blah, blah, blah. But the really juicy stuff is their expectation of you. They need you to challenge yourself all season, be the best you can be, dominate your teammate, become a legend. All that jazz. Now, it's over to you. Okay, here we are. It's contract time. The team are expecting you to improve as your career evolves. And so am I. Here, we will be setting you a contractual target with the team, so that this progress can be tracked by both parties. Here, you can view your current ratings with your overall rating, or RTG, shown at the top. This is the value that will be used to set your contract target. In order to improve this, you'll need to show your worth at each race weekend. Your current rating has been used as a starting point. Move this slider to set your target for next season. A higher target requires consistently good results at each race weekend, but you'll get more recognition when you sign. Here, you can view your recognition with the team. The higher the target you set yourself, the more recognition you will earn when you sign. More recognition equals more car development. More car development makes car go fast. You know the drill. Remember, if you fail to meet that target, you will lose this recognition bonus, so don't bite off more than you can chew. You can see some basic information on the contract, as well as the number of seasons your contract will last. After this season concludes, you may be offered longer contracts, if the team thinks you deserve one. A longer contract will give another recognition bonus when you sign. There's a few other points for us to go over, but we can leave those until you're settled. I'll leave you to finalize your terms.
How's it going? My name is Chris, and welcome back to the start of the F1 24 career mode. And today we're actually going to be signing our contract. As in the last episode, it was the prologue, the F2 portion, I guess you could say, of this career mode. And now we have a decision to make on what we want to do contract wise. And last time I left off on this screen right here, where it shows all the teams, where it's Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, Aston Martin, the VCARB, Red Bull, Alpine, Haas, Williams, and Sauber. And I decided to go with the VCARB because, for one, we are a part of the Red Bull Academy, and the VCARBs are a part of that Red Bull Academy as well. So I decided, why not go on ahead and drive for Visa Cash App RB, or the VCARB, or Toro Rosso, because they're really much Toro Rosso. And I had a decision on who I wanted to be my teammate between Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo, and even though I like both of them, have to decide one of them, and didn't want to kick Yuki out, but also didn't want to do the same thing to Ricciardo. But I did end up going with Daniel Ricciardo as our teammate for this season of ours. So myself and Ricciardo are going to be teammates at Visa Cash App Red Bull, and this should be a lot of fun. The main goal for this season, and I think everyone knows this goal, is to be the best in the midfield teams. And I think with VCARB and Daniel Ricciardo alongside of us, we can go on ahead and do that 1000%. And also our helmet, I forgot to mention this in the last episode, it's supposed to be a little bit of a throwback and a tribute to PepsiCo Racing Incorporated in the original colors of blue, black, and red. But now that leads us back to the contract terms screen, where we have to pick out our RTG, our target rating that we should have by the end of the season. They recommended 78, but the highest you can go is 83, but I decided to go with 80 because I felt like that's pretty good, in all honesty, especially for VCARB and all that sort of stuff. We decided to go with 80. Unfortunately, though, you only get one season with your contract, so you don't get to, put on multiple seasons, but that's okay. So we'll go on ahead and sign this contract, and we'll be a part of VCARB.
We're signed. We are on the Formula One grid for 2024. That sounds awesome to say. Time to go crush that target. I'll see you soon. Quickly, before we gear up for the first race this season, a couple of things. Throughout your career, you'll get a lot of important information. Keep an eye on this tab between each race to see what you've been sent. We also have a wonderful team of specialists that will be dedicating some of their time to help us this season. When you have a moment, we should go and get introduced. They don't bite, I promise. Driver Details contains all the important information for your accolades, contracts, rivalries, and driver ratings. Keep an eye on it throughout the season.
Hi mate, Mark here. I'm your engineer for the season ahead, and I'm absolutely buzzing to be working with you. When you're ready, come and see me over in R&D and we can chat about the development of the car. See you soon.
So we have now landed in our house, and we have some new things for this F1 season. So the messages pretty much stayed the same. Our rivalry at first will consist of Daniel Ricciardo. We have our team principal of Lauren Mikes, and then we'll have Mark, which is going to be a race engineer once again for I think the third season or third F1 game in a row. So going to be pretty interesting. But now we'll go see the specialists.
Team of experts that will be working with us part-time to maximize your research and development within the team. They will offer you goals to complete each race weekend. Completing these goals will increase your relationship level with a specialist. When that level increases, you'll get perks that improve their area of R&D. You can see each specialist's title and current level here, as well as a message stating whether they have some goals available. Selecting a specialist will take you to a details screen where you can view their perks and goals. When you're ready, select an available specialist to see what they are offering you.
So this season we have, or this game actually, we have 6 specialists that will help us out along our journey.
Here, you'll be able to view your current contract and all the information relating to it. To start, you can see all the base information for your current contract, your target rating, your current rating, and more. In this main area, you'll find a graph that tracks your rating each race. It will also display your target, so you can see how far off you are. Obviously, we haven't raced yet, so there's no data. Be sure to come back and check this after each race weekend.
So now we'll actually be able to see how our driver rating will be, whether it goes up or goes down. Pretty cool introduction.
These are your active accolades. Through your glorious F1 career, you will work towards these, and each accolade has multiple tiers, just to keep you on your toes. Highlight an accolade, and you'll see what it is, how to complete your current tier, and the rewards. When you've completed one, it will appear down below for you to get all nostalgic and reminisce on past glories.
So I don't really know how much the accolades will affect everything, but we have one for race starts, top 5 qualifying, top 10 finishes, podium finishes, and championship points. And each of one of these accolades actually helps out our rating. So the race starts help with experience. The top 5 qualifying actually helps out with pace. Top 10 finishes helps out with awareness. Podium finishes helps out with racecraft, and championship points actually helps out with experience as well. So nice little introduction to that too.
You will always be compared against your teammate in a few different ways. Teammate battles are ongoing rivalries with rewards given every race weekend based on performance. Close points tallies can trigger a championship narrative rivalry. This compares your own points tally with your rivals, with the goal of outscoring them by a significant margin to win. Rewards are given upon completion. If your ratings are close to another driver, it can trigger driver ratings rivalry. The goal is to achieve a big gap over your rival. Rewards are given upon completion. Each rivalry has an intensity level. At key moments throughout the season, this may increase for one or more rivalries. A higher intensity level means you'll need to do more to win, but you'll earn more rewards. This graph will show you how your driver ratings are evolving throughout your career in F1. Upwards, I hope. Your current stats are visible on the right. Each has been color-coded to match a line on the graph. Progress will update after each race weekend, and you can view both the present season as well as past ones. Finally, at the bottom of the screen, you can see a description of each rating and what you need to do in order to improve each of them.
So it's actually pretty cool to now know that we can actually see how we can improve all of our ratings and how they improve over the course of 24 races.
The left-hand list, and they will then appear with their ratings next to you on the right. Ratings listed in red are lower, while higher and equal ratings are shown in white.
So I don't really know how well this whole driver rating comparison thing will work, but I think it'll also help dictate just how close we are to others, as we are definitely not close to guys like Max or Fernando or Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Lando, Perez, or anybody pretty much in the 85 plus range. But it is pretty cool to look over. It's unfortunate we kicked out Yuki Tsunoda. I actually kind of hate myself for that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how our rating improves over everyone else, and then customization doesn't really change or anything. But now it's on to R&D.
Let's chat R&D. Research and developments may be the most important aspect of F1, and you and I are going to work together to bring on the car's performance. This is where you'll be investing in upgrades. We have 4 areas of development. Here you can see an overview of the departments and how many upgrades are currently applied in each. Selecting one of these will take you to their respective tech trees. In order to develop upgrades, you'll have your very own resource point account, unique to you as a driver. Your teammate's going to have their own one too. Your current resource points can be viewed on your player card here, and points are earned passively each week. And the higher your recognition, the more points we'll give you. You can also earn points via practice programs, and well, you know how much I love getting good data. Finally, this chart shows the performance you've extracted from each department based on the number of applied upgrades. You can also see the max potential for each department based on the remaining upgrades. Hopefully it helps you to see where we are and how far we can go.
So currently, as of right now, for a VCARB, we have nothing in aero or chassis, but we do have some upgrades in power and durability.
Here, you're going to be able to see a list of upgrades that are currently in progress. This is now split between upgrades that you started and those that your teammates started, so I know exactly who's getting the brownie points after a good weekend. You can toggle which list you want to see right here.
So the interesting thing about this season now is that your teammate will actually be able to help your car's performance other than just you.
Performance progress of all of the teams. It allows you to view our progress versus the rest of the competition over multiple seasons. And you know me, I love a graph.
Obviously, the progress history hasn't really changed over seasons prior, but now we'll get to see what kind of upgrades we can get.
So remember to play nice. Each upgrade will be labelled with the driver that purchased it. Any upgrade that's been completed will be applied to both cars at the team. But no matter who did it, remember that if the car's slow, well, it's down to the drivers, and if it's quick, it's all thanks to me. Okay, here's where you're going to purchase and manage your upgrades for each department. If a part fails development, you can also come here to restart and finalise it, but just don't ever go at me when you do. As you develop parts, you're going to unlock access to more. Highlighting locked upgrades will tell you what's required to gain access to it. For each department, you can quickly view which perks are available as a result of your relationship with our specialists and your current recognition within the team. Here you can see the perks that are available from your specialists for this specific department. Because specialists are part-time, it's good to check who's around and so whose perks you currently have access to. Higher recognition will also unlock secret upgrades, the ability to rush upgrades, and the ability to have several simultaneous upgrades in progress at once. Just don't let it go to your head.
So I just didn't realize this, but we have a lot of recognition. We already have 4 perks upgrade, or 4 perks already. But we don't really have enough resource points to really get anything, which is not that big of a deal. But we could also go to our manufacturer expert to see what he's got.
Area of expertise. As you improve your relationship with a specialist, you'll gain access to the corresponding perk. You can also select which of the available goals you would like for the upcoming race weekend. You can change your choice at any time from here or at the track before entering the first session of the weekend. After entering the first session, your selected goal will be locked in.
So it's nice to know that we get to pick our goals and which one we think we can do. So our ones is complete race weekend or participate in or skip simulated 3 sessions during the race weekend. So
After the race,
we just
you'll
decided
get a rundown of
to
which
do the
goals you
complete
passed
the race
or
weekend
failed,
just
and any
because
progress made
why not?
towards each specialist's level. If you fail a goal, you'll lose progress. So pick goals you're confident in completing. In short, don't get greedy.
It's also nice to know what you can do and what you can't do as well. So very, very interesting.
This icon represents your primary specialist. They will offer double XP for successfully completing goals to help you unlock their perks faster. You can choose any available specialist to be your primary and change this right up until you enter the first session of a race weekend.
So not only do we have the manufacturing expert, we also have a wind tunnel expert, power unit consultant, material fabrication planner, quality assurance tester, and strategy analysis. And it seems like the strategy, material, power unit, and wind tunnel will return after the next race, and the quality assurance will leave or come in after 2 races, and our manufacturing expert will actually leave after Bahrain. So skipping through, we now head to the season grid reveal. So now it is time to reveal the 2024 F1 grid. So after that, grid reveal was we decided to come back to go ahead and get an upgrade, and Daniel Ricciardo actually ended up buying the cockpit weight reduction upgrade on the chassis side of things, and we do need some chassis upgrades. So it was nice to know that he bought it. But we're going to end up going for the secondary wing flaps.
View some information about it. The estimated completion timeline, the upgrade that it unlocks, as well as where we stand in the development race. Finally, you can see the failure chance of the upgrade, or if you can't afford it, a bit of red pen from me saying that you haven't got enough points. If you want to rush something through though, you can do that here if you have a high enough recognition and if you want to risk a higher failure chance. Tip from me though, if you do want to rush something, buy the crew some sweets as thanks for the overtime.
So obviously we don't want to rush anything immediately out of the gate if we have the opportunity or the availability to do it, so we just decided to buy the secondary wing flaps like no other. So we got those upgrades. We have a secondary wing flap and a cockpit weight reduction that should come in after the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, it looks like. So it's a little bit annoying that we have to wait that long, but it'll all be worth it because we'll get more upgrades as the season progresses. So now we'll keep on advancing and get more weekly resources and running costs on both mine and Ricardo's behalf. And now it's time to head into the Bahrain race weekend. And I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, as I'm going to actually be showing qualifying and I'm going to commentate over qualifying as well. But before we do that, heading into the race weekend, we get a little bit of a new cutscene here where we actually get to see the inside of the VCARB little area at the racetrack. I like the pants we're wearing. I might need to buy one of those t-shirts myself, of the VCARB t-shirts. I think that would suit me pretty well. But enough about me. It is now time to go on ahead and jump into qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Well, as the sun goes down, the speeds go up. It's almost time to get underway for this shootout for the fastest time and the best possible grid position for tomorrow's race. Let's get on with it. It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
So on to our first lap here in our first race in the VCARB. We actually, after running some laps in practice, I felt a little bit comfortable in this car. But also just wanted to get a really good lap in to just see where we stand on this. So we, Lando Norris ends up in the fastest lap, but also kind of a lap where you don't really need to push that much because you got to use the first lap as kind of like a test lap for pretty much, every time you do qualifying. And then the second time around, depending on where you are, just go for it. Just try to get as much time as possible. And just driving around this racetrack, I felt pretty comfortable in the VCARB. I was actually really happy with it. And I was happy with this lap as well, even if it was our first lap, but getting to grips with it. There was a little trick I found out when we went to the second lap for qualifying, at least in Q1, that I did not know about in Q1 because I didn't actually think it would work. But just going around this racetrack, getting used to the car again, and just qualifying, and just showing it for the first time as well, because I've never done this ever. It feels a little bit different. But coming out of the final corner, we're going to see what our first lap time is, or what our first lap is and what our lap time is going to be compared to everybody else. And as we come out of the final corner, hit the DRS straight, we come across our finish line with a 131.0, and we're actually ahead of Logan Sargent and just behind Nico Hulkenberg and Alexander Albon. But as we head back into the garage and skip ahead a little bit, we actually go down to P18. So now it is time to try to see if we can get into Q2. I wasn't going to be too hurt if I didn't get into Q2, but just to see if we could, we were going to go ahead and try that. So now we head down the straight and actually ended up using overtake, and I didn't think it would work that much, but we gained so much more time on the straight. It actually shocked me because I gained 2/10 before even hitting turn number 1. So that kind of was a bit of a surprise, and we now have we're now 3/10 up, about to be 4/10 up here in a minute. We don't use overtake on the straight because I actually thought that I didn't actually think the overtake worked. I thought we just got better through the corners, but we're actually 5/10 up on our previous lap. That is insane. That is insane to me. But rounding these corners, we just kept gaining more and more time, and I just didn't know what to say. I was dumbfounded pretty much. Everybody ahead of me was getting faster and faster. Sargent and Bottas couldn't make it through, but going into the next DRS straight, we're now 8/10 up on our second lap, and we're now 9/10 up. We're about to be an entire second up on our previous lap time. We're now a second up on our previous lap. The overtake thing I did not think would work, and shockingly enough, it has worked, and it's very, very interesting. And we're 7/10 up on Bottas in 16th now, so I was actually pretty shocked that we were this high up, but we're now a second and 2/10 up, and here might be a second and 3/10. Yep, 1.3 up on our previous lap, and we come across our finish line. We're gonna absolutely smash it, and we're gonna go P5. We made it into Q2 by a large ass margin. That shocked me. Literally, that shocked me. We were within 2/10 of Fernando Alonso. That I don't know what to say. That just took me by so much surprise of just how well the overtake thing worked. But in the end, Zhou Guanyu, Valtteri Bottas, Alex Albon, Esteban Ocon, and Logan Sargent ended up missing out and getting knocked out in Q1 actually. And in our first qualifying, we make it into Q2. I think in every single F1 game, I've made it into Q3, at least almost every single time, because I think there was one time where I didn't, but I was okay with it. But now on to Q2, we're actually using a used set of soft tires for our first lap, and this is something that I do. I use one set of tires, and if I have to use a second set in Q1, I'll use that, but I use one used set of tires for first lap in Q2, and then for second lap in Q2, slap on a brand new set, and we go on ahead and try to put a fast lap in. So this lap I wasn't too big on trying to do that good in. I was just kind of just seeing if I could really be faster than anybody on a used set of softs, and every single time in previous F1 games that I've been on a used set of softs and I've been faster than a lot of people, it's always taken me by surprise. Just because I know that I'm not faster than at least one person, but then I somehow am, and it always takes me by surprise all the time, every time. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. But just trying to trying out racing lines and stuff like that. Not using overtake because I don't want to set in a really, really good lap with the used tires, and then I just can't replicate it with the new set of tires. But Pierre Gasly actually has a 132.4, and Verstappen ended up setting the fastest lap as well. And I actually think that we set a faster lap than Gasly. As we actually come around the final corner, the car ahead of us ends up pitting, and we come across our finish line, and we do go faster than Gasly. We get a 131.0 on a used set of softs. we pretty much just got a faster lap on those exact same softs, but used on our first lap in Q2 compared to our first lap in Q1, which I think was like a 131.062 or 066, something like that. But this time around, we ended up slapping on a brand new set of soft tires, and we go again. We just try to find a way to get out of Q2, and I think it's possible, especially with the fact that we can use overtake on these straights, and it just gives us so much more speed down these straightaways. And again, coming out of turn number 2, we're now 0.3 up. That's insane to me. And this time around, compared to Q1, I actually ended up using the overtake on this tiny little straight, and I probably shouldn't have used it, but it's okay. It's whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. I didn't really see it as a big problem, but, you know, it's whatever. We gained a little bit more time. You know, coming into this corner right here, we're 0.5 up. I'm just like, okay, this is insane. We actually gained another 10th right there, just like that. We're now 0.6 up. We're about to be 0.7 up. Yep, there we go. 0.7 up. 0.8 up. Yes, we are 0.9 up. We hit 0.9 up. Like this, like the whole overtake thing is insane. And this is me saying this after the fact. It's insane for qualifying. I don't get it, but I don't think the AI are using the overtake button as well. I think they're just using hot lap because none of them improved, by the way. None of the AI improved. I think really the only person that improved a tiny little bit was at least one person within the top 10. But other than that, though, nobody really improved because I don't think they're using this. And I'm pretty sure if the AI were using this, their lap times would be way more faster. So I think that's why EA didn't code it in that way, because they knew it would pose a balancing problem. But across the start finish line, we go a second faster than our previous lap time, and we get P7. And for the very first time, we're actually in a Q3. We made it into Q3 with the VCARB in our first race. Yeah, that's pretty insane. And Stroll, our teammate Ricciardo, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, and Pierre Gasly ended up getting knocked out in Q1. So unfortunate for our teammate. Was hoping to get into Q2 or Q3 with us, but just wasn't meant to be. But now we end up going on to into Q3, our first lap actually, to see what we can do, see if we can improve it in any way. And going into turn 1, Perez ahead, he just locks up in front of us, and that actually catches me off guard as I end up sliding through turn 1 and losing quite a bit of time. But I was also not, you know, that frustrated because I knew that this wasn't, you know, a fast lap or whatever. But Perez does pull over to the side. He does give us the space. He allows us to get by. And we continue on, even if this isn't going to be a flyer lap, but also 7/10 down from Sainz. We also hit the curb way too much. We save it, but we lose so much time. And Perez tried getting around us again, but just didn't happen. So that kind of annoyed me a little bit, how that all kind of transpired. But coming out of the final corner, this was not going to be a good lap. This was actually slower than our Q1 and Q2 first lap times. We come across our finish line with a 1:32.0, a full second down from our previous first laps in Q1 and Q2. That was a little bit annoying, but now we're on our flyer this time around. And my main goal, don't make the same mistakes that we ended up making on the U set. There's no one ahead of us to lock up and confuse the hell out of us. We gained so much time through this section. We actually 3-4 tenths up pretty much through that one section alone. We're now 5 tenths up, and this is actually on good pace for a really good qualifying finish or qualifying position. Fernando Alonso sets the fastest lap. We slammed the curb. We're abusing the hell out of that curb, I swear to God. Come to this corner, we get too much curb again. We catch it a little bit, we hit the curb again, we go off the track and we spin out. No! Oh, we were a second up too. Oh no, we were a second up. That would have been such a good qualifying lap, and it just gets ruined because of a spin, and we're not going to be able to put in a better qualifying lap. We've settled for P10, but Fernando Alonso, shockingly, is the pole sitter for the race, and Verstappen was only 15 hundredths off Alonso. That I did not expect happening, but P10 for the race, that could have been so much more. It could have been like a P7 or a P8 in all honesty with how fast we were going or how good we were going. But yeah, just a little bit annoyed, but not really a whole lot I can do right there. But also coming out of qualifying, we're actually now ahead of Ricciardo, so that's actually pretty really good on our behalf. But Only 2 positions ahead of Ricardo really isn't too much to really go off of. But now it is time to head over to the live me pretty much. So I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to leave. And I'm going to see you guys until the end of the episode. But now it is time to leave it up to the live version of... to live Chris. There we go. To you know, commentate over this race. And should be a lot of fun. So live Chris, take it away.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36 mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Fernando Alonso yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Russell, Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Smith, Stroll, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Joe, Bottas, Albon, Ocon, and Logan Sargent. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, Ant, as much as I like testing, and I do love testing, and I've really enjoyed the build-up here and all the speculation, I really want to see some action. And finally today, we get some proper action on the track.
You're going to definitely see action, Crofty. Everyone's G'd up for this one. They've done the testing like you say. The drivers will be revving inside, heart rates going, trying to burst out their chest at this moment. With that anticipation, who's got the speed? We're going to learn now, once and for all.
All right, rolling off P10 for our first race of the F1 24 career mode. I hope you guys enjoyed the prologue episode that I ended up doing. And the beginning of this episode as well. I thought about how I wanted to do it, and I thought, you know what, may as well just incorporate qualifying in, and, you know, afterwards commentate over it, and do the same thing for the intro, because hopefully it'll shorten it to when we get into the race, it'll be a lot more better. So, yeah, that was the idea that I had, and so I decided to stick with it. So hopefully you guys will like it. I wanted to do something where I would, you know, do a commentary video on it. Like I do the race and then I would commentate over it. And then I would release another one where I would actually do my POV. However, I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I just never got around to doing it. So yeah, it doesn't, unfortunately, it doesn't work, which sucks, but maybe one day I'll get it to where I can do that, but hey, who knows? But the start of the F1 24 career mode is now here. Sorry that it took this long to do it, but yeah, we're finally doing it. So I'm happy about it. But take a look at the race strategy here today. The introduction to the race strategies, which we already know about. Looks like it's going to be a 2-stopper, double medium to hard strategy. Or we can do a 1-stopper where it's mediums for 12 laps and then hards for the rest of the way. And it cuts down a lot of time, but I think the best option for us is probably going to be the 2-stopper, because even though like over 20 seconds get shaved off when with the 1-stopper, it might just be better to do 2 stops and do it that way. So, and I think we can save our tires enough to where we can do it too. So it'll help us out, and it'll make our hard tires even faster and better, because we'll be able to cut down around 8 seconds, it looks like, from everybody else. So we can do the 2-stopper and, you know, more than likely get away with it. Add some extra fuel in there. The HUD is on the wheel is super fucking small compared to last season's, but hey, this is what happens when you pour all your time into the career mode and not both the career and the my team. So it's whatever though. It really is. But yeah, enough talking. Let's go on ahead and jump into this race and let us see what we can do. Let's go. So shockingly, in qualifying, we were able to make it into we were one, able to make it into Q3, and two, beat our teammate Ricardo. However, Ricardo and the guys behind are going to start on soft, so they're definitely going to be way quicker than us. But the main goal for us,
no rain expected for the time being.
But the main goal for us is to just maintain the position we're in and hopefully score some points with the VCARB, because I'm not calling it Visa Cash App Red Bull. It's VCARB. I don't fucking care. I'm not gonna say that long ass name and every single time, but y'all know what I'm talking about. This team has a lot of faith in me, and we definitely could have gotten a higher qualifying position if we didn't spin out on our really fast lap. So I'm a bit annoyed at that, but hopefully we can minimize the mistakes here today, and we'll be set on go to get a good finish today. So here's to hoping, but just gotta get through the first lap. And also, I'm not gonna for the first time ever, I'm not gonna have the racing line on. I'm giving myself a little bit more of a challenge. The other challenge I'm giving myself is I lowered my R&D as I lowered my resource points, and I upped the AIs. So thought that would be a little bit more of a challenge for me. So decided to do that. So we got a lot of things going on. So let's just jump in and see how this season will go, man. Well, okay then. We lost P10 off the start, but then Stroll, I think, just got loose and couldn't fucking maintain the position, and we were able to take it back. Ricardo did get jumped by Joe though. Oh, God. We're okay. We're okay.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Yeah, the biggest threat to me is going to be Stroll.
DRS will be enabled at this
Joe's
lap.
pitting.
You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead.
I think he got damaged at some point. Oh, man. Be really nice if I almost didn't just slam into the back of Piastri there. We maintain P10 over Stroll. I lost it right there. Holy shit. They were just barely gonna be outside of DRS now, because it is active. I think I could have used it and I just never did. I don't know why. The Stroll will have it on me on this straight. We'll maintain coming out of there. Piastri and Hamilton gonna be going at it. I gotta savor my ERS, especially for this straight, because Stroll's gonna probably get me here. We try to come back at Stroll, but who knows? Ricardo and the guys behind are catching us. Damn, just got blitzed on the straight.
We've lost a position. That's us down a place.
I don't even think I did anything right there to get loose, but okay. Just wanted to get loose, I guess. Could bring Ricardo into this fight. And again, he is on soft, so he does have an advantage over us. tire-wise as I ride the fucking curb. Just pushing ever so slightly. Trying to catch Stroll. And I think his tires are going away because he's not pulling away like he was before. We're actually within attacking range here. I can't get him on this straight, though. We are getting faster every lap, though. That's the thing. Game's having a conniption right now. This game sees a VCARB and 2 VCARBs in 11th and 12th, and it's having an existential crisis.
Okay, mate. Engine's running very hot. Engine very hot. Let's try and
what
pull
the
out
fuck?
from behind the car in front and cool things down.
So the engine's getting really hot, apparently. I'm trying to catch and pass Stroll, and I think if I could do that, I can probably, like... I could most definitely cool the engine. I'm even in cooler air right now. Yeah, I'm gonna fail it.
Okay, well, it wasn't to be this time, but not to worry. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's focus.
I don't know. If I was able to get out in front of him, I'd be okay, but I just can't. It's still running hot, though. Fuck.
Okay, no issues.
Yeah,
with
because
tyre wear for
my
now.
engine is
Keep
so
taking
hot.
care of them.
Maybe just don't use ERS, I guess. Hopefully when I make my pit stop, I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm about to hit 300 degrees right now on my engine. I'm trying to stay in the draft or the slipstream of Ricardo. But also, it's like my engine is just not doing so hot. Yeah, look, I just got nothing on the straight.
At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a
Yeah, I
second
have
a
nothing
lap.
on the straight. No shit. Well, I made the pass, but in doing so, lost time to Ricardo and Stroll ahead.
Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Alright, coming in this time. Engine still isn't the greatest, but... saved it. So irritating, dude. What the fuck, dude? The rears. The rears are just... how, like, are they that bad? What the hell? Yes, they are. 41 and 37. Okay. Thank God we're doing a two-stopper because holy fuck. With making this stop, I can actually, like, cool my engine down and just go for it on the mediums. Meanwhile, everyone else is probably going to struggle just as much as I am here in a minute.
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
The fuck are you going? Like, you're not making a move on me on the inside? Hell no. That ain't happening, buddy. We're coming in this time. Get that off my fucking screen, please. Thank you. Alright, we're coming in. Verstappen, Hamilton, Magnussen, Leclerc came in. Sweet. One of the McLarens did too.
Okay, we had an issue attaching the left rear wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put that behind us now and get back into this race.
Well, that kind of just screws everything up.
Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy.
See, while everyone else is going on to the hards, I have another set of mediums. And then hit again to go on a set of hards. And then we'll try to see
This is our true
how we'll go
position. We're on
with.
the same strategy. They've pitted as well as us, so warm up your tyres and make the most of this stint.
Oh, I will. I'm already making the most of it because I'm driving away from a hard runner of Bottas. I like to think we can score points.
This is our
So
true
I'm gonna
place
try.
here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on.
So I'm gonna try and just build a gap. Alonso looks to be on the same strategy as me as well. Bennett on the mediums. Ricardo's in. However, with that mistake, I don't know if we're going to be able to jump him. Mistake our team made.
This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm
Why
up
are
your
you
tyres
telling me this
and get down the road.
continuously? Shut up. I get it. Holy
Daniel's
fuck.
in the pits.
I get it. So we should be able to jump. Yep, we will jump these two and Stroll. So we won't. So we'll come out behind Ricardo, which is okay. So Ricardo now actually has a point.
So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate, or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge.
Yeah, we'll be okay. It looks like they're on the same strategy as me as well. Looking to do the soft, medium, and then hard strategy. It looks like a lot of guys just went straight to the hards like Piastri up there did, and so did Hamilton, and I don't know who else did.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Yeah, I just got nothing on these straights, man. The Aston just... powers right around me again. Sargent pitted. I don't know what the hell that noise was there, but okay. There we go. Right in front of Stroll. Got P13 back. I don't know if there's anyone else ahead that needs to pit, but I think a couple cars still need to pit.
The car ahead by 3.5 seconds.
Gasly got ahead of Stroll. Okay, well, why is that every single time I go defensive on an AI driver, they always somehow manage to hit me in the rear? They're fighting up there. Are those the Merc teammates? I think those are the Mercs going at it. Magnussen's
Car
in.
behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
Yep, hit me, please.
Okay, mate, we need to save some ERS, so let's use all the techniques you know about to charge it up.
Alright, so just... don't use it. Gotcha. Ricardo's going after fellow Aussie Piastri.
Okay, information on Sainz. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
And they're ahead, actually, so that's not good for Sainz and Ferrari at all. To get to 38.51% charge by lap 18. That's doable. It's not hard or anything. Damn, Piastri just absolutely schooled Russell right there. Still savoring ERS. Hulkenberg pitted. Holy shit, look at Ricardo. Looked like he was going to make a move and then just never did. I'm not using my ERS because I'm still trying to savor a lot right now. I don't know if going down to none will really work. Because the only reason why I'm still up here is because of my ERS and the little bit that I'm using.
Job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though.
Well, we got the target. We got one thing done, which just happens to be the ERS. Truth be told, you really don't need that. You really don't need ERS to do a whole lot, it seems. Oh, Ricardo. Almost just got a fucking ass full of honey badger. The Piastri's just driving away. Russell is not suited for those hards. But me and Ricardo, we can get a double points finish today. This is something I wasn't expecting. Ricardo's going for it on Russell, but holy fuck, it actually worked out better than I thought it would.
Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on
Let's go,
hards
Ricardo.
next time.
Let's go, buddy. Hell yeah. Me and my buddy Ricardo, P9 and P10, baby. I don't give a fuck who it is that's in what place. I just know that we both are now. Oh, he doesn't have fucking DRS, damn it. He held his spot, it's okay. But damn. P9 and P10. And Aston of Stroll's going at it on Russell. And yellow behind. I don't know who that's for, though. That is for Stroll. I think his engine went.
Okay, clear.
Get confirmation here shortly. Yeah, I think his engine blew.
I've got
There he
information
goes.
on Stroll. Okay, it looks like the problem
Stroll's
at the
out.
terminal. They're retiring the car.
Well, I mean, that kind of slowed up Russell and the guys behind. Just that little extra bit. Me and Ricardo are just chilling up here. And P9 and P10 in our own little land. Little la-la land right now. Able to savor my tires, which has been pretty freaking cool if you ask me. I want to try to drag Ricardo to a points finish. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do that.
1 second.
We also got one more lap till we pit, so gotta be wary. Yeah, if Ricardo gets me here, I'm not gonna bind it. He might be my teammate, but I'll give the spot to him. Why not? Take up enough energy to where I can just power it out of these corners better, as if I need to. Signs is up ahead, but we're about to make our pit stop, and that just might be his saving grace, though. I don't know if Ricardo's gonna do the same thing.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Stop talking, Mark. I gotta ask you a question. Driver in front.
And that's Daniel ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
Okay.
And the time last lap, 1 minute.
Alonso pitted.
34.1.
So there's one of the guys that
Okay, the pit window's open.
going for the
so let's
two-stopper.
Box this lap. Box this lap.
I'll try to keep Daniel ahead because I don't want to pass him. I think Daniel can get points, even if I don't. I'll drive behind.
Gasly's behind you. They're on old mediums. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop.
Okay.
Your last lap time, 1:33.7.
Now the main question is, well, no, Russell definitely is a pitting. So he'll at least get 8th because he's on the hards. Can't think of anybody else that could finish well. I think the Haas's could finish well, I think. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess we'll have to see when we make our stop. See who benefits from it, right? Our hard tires will be better than a lot of the other guys', so we should be fine.
Pit now, pit now.
I'll pit, don't worry. Just gotta have this up, and we want to save our ERS. Switch it off, switch it to none. Alright, we made it. Verstappen ended up pitting, along with the McLaren ahead. Norris pitted. Huh. Very interesting.
Right, let's go. Come on.
Fuck yeah.
Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
So am I. I'm happy with it.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Now we're on the hards. Hulkenberg's on the mediums, but I think if he's going to go all the way to the end with those tires, they're going to die out real fast. I'm just saying that right now. Like, if we have anything to go off of when we were running the mediums, they died pretty fucking fast. At least the first time around. The second time around, not so much. They had a little bit more grip in them. I feel like I could have went a little bit further on the second set, but it was just to be safe, pretty much. I kind of felt them going away a lap sooner, or a lap before we were supposed to pit, so it's probably for the better that we didn't try to force the issue and just ended up pitting right there, so it's whatever. But we're just gonna try to make it to the end now on these hards, which I think we can. Need to string together a lot of good laps, because I think we can also score points.
Daniel's in for his stop.
Okay, Daniel's in. We were pretty close, but I'm not gonna pass him. That's the thing. Yeah, Gasly, Albon. There's Ricardo, Bottas. We'll get out ahead of Ricardo, actually. So if this goes all according to plan,
The car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead
we
now, the hard
might
compound.
be able to score points on debut. I just don't think Ricardo will be able to, though. Maybe he will. He might be able to score at least 1 point. He is close to Gasly, so he might pass him soon. I'm not too sure, though. Just now saw the leaders getting held up by the other Haas of, I think, Hulkenberg. No, Magnussen, that's who it is. So I think Ricardo can at least pass Gasly, and I think that'll get him a point or two. Because when we were coming in, we were P8. But like I said, I think guys that went on the hards on the second stop are going all the way to the end. So it might not actually be P8 and P9 for us. Maybe P9 and 10, but definitely not P8 and 9, like I was thinking it would be. Sargent. Oh, never mind. Russell ended up pitting. So that actually means that we might get it in actuality. Sainz is in. He's struggling. We'll get him. I just don't know if we're going to be able to hold it. We might be able to, actually.
Teammate behind, 3.0 seconds.
Yeah, he's still on Gasly's tail. So just keep that in mind. He's still on his tail.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 7.2 seconds. Okay, mate, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. We need consistency, so let's try and stabilize them.
Okay, you want a 134.376 in the next 4 laps. I could do that. Okay, yeah, Hulkenberg's tires might go away soon. And Sainz might fall out of the points. So just got to keep those in mind. I think we can achieve this average lap time if everything just goes according to plan. And we don't lose the car like we just did right there. And right there. Yeah, I sure got Hulkenberg, so... Oh, they're still finding it out, though. They're going to hold each other up to the point where we might be able to even catch them. Magnussen's in. Yeah, Gaz is going to get Sainz here, and... I was thinking if Ricardo was close enough, he'd get him too, but... You get both of them. But he's not going to be able to this time. Gasly did get Sainz. Now it's up to Ricardo to try to get Sainz as well. I think I could hold it ahead of Gasly. These corners are my saving grace, so... And I say that, and then I do that. So maybe we will get a P8 finish today, I don't know. Be pretty freaking cool if we did. Not gonna lie. Oh damn, Ricardo got him going into the straight. Fucking hell, Ricardo. Taking no prisoners. If Magnussen pits, that will put him in the points. He'll have one measly point, but 1 point's better than no points, am I right? Yep, there's Hulkenberg in.
Hulkenberg is stopping now.
I had a feeling he'd pit soon. Holy fuck. Gasly and an Alpine just set the fastest lap of the race. Something ain't right here. Try to go defensive here. It didn't work out as much as I wanted it to. Okay, I'm here, buddy. We got him. And I brought Daniel Ricciardo back into the frame. Let's go. I want to see if Ricciardo could try to pass Gasly here. I mean, I pretty much backed him up into Gasly. Or I pretty much backed Gasly up into him. I want to try to drag Ricciardo up to P9, but there's only so much I can do. Just try to keep it up here.
Okay, gap ahead, 6.6 seconds.
Oh, no, you will not. Never left the outside, buddy. This is Ricciardo's chance right here. Just blow the door wide open for him. Come on, buddy. There you go, Ricciardo. Fuck yeah. P8 and P9 again, baby. Let's go. Now where I wanted the both of us to be, which was to be in the points, and you know what, why not finish close to each other in the points, you know? I also think Sainz's car has come back to life because he's closed the gap to now all of us. He is bringing the Merc of Russell with him too. I'm gonna do some veteran shit right here and just stay within the DRS range of Ricciardo so he can stay ahead of Gasly. And maybe have Sainz go after Gasly.
Okay, really, really good. You hit that target nicely. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's keep it clean.
You're fucking right, there is. And Gasly and Sainz are going at it. Alright, let's just drive away, Ricciardo. Let's drive away, buddy. Oh, God. Yeah, Sainz just blitzed around Gasly. That Ferrari has 100% come back to life. Now me and Ricciardo just got to drive away. I can just keep Ricciardo within DRS range of myself. Can 100% have him stay ahead of Sainz. Stay ahead of Sainz, and we'll both finish in the points, but ultimately it helps us in the championship too. So I gotta remember that. They want us to be the best in the midfield, and we're gonna give it to them, or at least try. I might not be able to stay ahead of Ricciardo for long, though. Oh, I think Ricciardo's now going to have to try to drag me with him. He's going to have to try to get me out of DRS range of Sainz. Even though Gasly and Russell are now going at it. So he passed me, but he's not driving away. That's a little alarming. Again, I don't care who finishes where. I just want this double points finish just as much as the next guy. Yo, we're gonna have a run on Ricardo, but I know I'm not gonna pass him, and I don't want to pass him. I want to try to keep us ahead of Sainz. I'll defend if he can, as long as he can run away with the points. Able to stick behind Ricardo. Not make any stupid movements. Just now realize I have a Merc and a Ferrari behind me. Or behind us, rather. That's insane. Compromising my race for Ricardo because I know it's exactly what I would do. They would do it for me just as much as I would have done it for them.
You've lost some
Fuck.
time to the car behind.
Son of a bitch, Ricardo. No, Ricardo. No. Damn it, dude. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. It's 2 to go as well, man. What the fuck? I tried. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try to back these guys up into Ricardo.
Just so you know, oops.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yellow flag.
Oh, yellow ahead. 'Cause it ain't behind.
And some information.
And there goes
on
Charles.
Leclerc. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
There went one of the Ferraris. Well, that'll put our teammate into P10.
Green flag.
I'm trying to back these guys up into fucking Sainz. Or into Ricardo. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Okay, this is your final lap. Final lap of the race.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, come on, Ricardo. Oh, what am I doing? Not paying attention is what I'm doing.
And gap to
I
the
see
car
him
in
back
front,
there.
10.7 seconds.
I really want Ricardo to fucking pass these two, to pass somebody, man. I want him to get to the point. Fuck, he's not doing it. Son of a bitch, man. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Well, that's a shock. Lando Norris wins the season opener in Bahrain. Yeah, P11's was gonna be for Ricardo. Damn it! I tried. I really wanted that double points finish. We got so close.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
It's okay. We got points on debut. Just so close to the double points finish. So fucking close, man. Just one more position. If he just was able to hold off Gasly.
Here's the checkered flag, and our winner has landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
It's always great to kick off the season with a race victory. You hit the ground running, and it's really good for your confidence as well moving forward. It's so important to set off on the right footing, and that's exactly what they've been able to achieve today.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure. And no doubt, they'll be celebrating tonight.
Well, this was something I did not expect to happen at all, but yeah, points on debut and our first point score for VCARB in their first race of the season. So there you have it. VCARB scores their first points in race number 1. So not bad at all. But the other big shock is that Lando Norris got P1 and Verstappen did not get on the podium. I thought he would have, but I guess he didn't. No one did the 1 stop, it looks like. Everyone did 2. But yeah, I mean, we had a good day today. I'll take it. So Lando Norris, congratulations on the victory, P1. Fernando Alonso, P2. That's really good for him. Perez, P3. Max Verstappen, 4th. Oscar Piastri, P5. Hamilton, 6th. We're 7th. So we get 6 points on for the team and for us. And then Russell 8th, Sainz in 9th, and then Gasly in 10th. Ricardo was so close to points, man. If he was able to stay ahead of us, we would have gotten 10 points because I would have finished 8th and I would have let him finish 7th. So close, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Then Ocon in 12th, Bottas 13th, Albon 14th, Magnussen in 15th, Nico Hulkenberg 16th with the fastest lap, Logan Sargent 17th, Zhou Guanyu 18th, and then Charles Leclerc and Lance Stroll 19th and 20th, and the only 2 DNFs of the season. So yeah, but pretty good day today. So even though we'll check out the standings and they're the same as, you know, coming out of today's race, we're actually going to check the constructor standings, and those are definitely different. So McLaren are now ahead by 8 points, ahead of Red Bull by 8 points in P2, with Aston in 3rd, Mercedes 4th, we're 5th. So, and then Ferrari in 6th, Alpine 7th, Sauber 8th, Williams 9th, and then Haas in 10th. So starting off the season right on the VCARB, and looks like they changed the coloring for the VCARB and the Red Bull. Looks like they made the Red Bulls like more darker, and they upped ours. It's weird, because I remember when this game first came out, they retained the AlphaTauri color. So it's a little bit. I was wondering how they were gonna do it this time around, but we kind of figured that out. So not bad at all. So yeah, nothing really to go off of, but really good first race. A P7 on debut. Ricardo came very, very close. I think he'll get points, though. If we keep helping him out, we should be able to get points with him. The main goal is to have me and Ricardo score points consistently and have us finish ahead of the midfield. And right now, the midfield would be like 4th on down. So pretty much Aston is still like a midfield team. Actually, it's still 4th on down because Mercedes is like a midfield team. So it's really Red Bull, McLaren, and Ferrari that are the top 3 teams. And it's Aston Martin, Mercedes, ourselves, Alpine, Sauber, Williams, and Haas that are midfield teams. So, yeah. If we can at least beat Aston Martin and Mercedes by the season's end, we should be good. We'll be the best in the midfield, 100%. But, not really much else to go off of except race 1 down. I'll take it. Hell yeah, baby. And that'll pretty much be it for today's episode. And we also extend our lead over Daniel Ricciardo now 5-6. So the intensity hasn't gone up, but it's still pretty good nonetheless. But definitely a really good first race. Very successful first race. Points on debut, not bad at all. And our experience goes up, our racecraft will go up, our awareness will go up, our pace will go up, and our focus goes up to 67. And almost 75 overall rating for our driver. And yeah, so nothing really else on the recognition side of things has really changed. But yeah, but this was a good race though. But if you guys have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification down below for more. If you guys want to see some more F1 24, I'm going to continue to upload more, probably daily. Who knows? But we'll have to see. But thank you guys so much. My name is Chris. I'm out. Also, have a good day. Peace out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. I love you guys so very much. And goodbye.